I finally got a plane, though. I arrived in Mallorca only a day late. Good afternoon. I'm sorry I'm late.
I am sorry, sir. We are full up.
What do you mean you're full up? Hey? I mean, if the Prime Minister of England came here, you'd have a room for him, wouldn't you?
I suppose so.
Well, he's not coming, so I'll have it.
I'm sorry, sir. We are completely full up.
No, I've got reservation. Have a look there. Thomas Fenton Cooper, Esquire.
Ah, I see. You should have been here yesterday, sir. Your room, she has now departed.
Why don't you bring it back? You get that? Departed, bring it back. I'm a comedian.
Yes?
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
I will try to arrange another room for you, sir. If you leave your cases here while you go sightseeing or something.
Sightseeing? Good. I get my camera. I can't understand a word of it. My dear sir, do you speak Spanish? Me? No, I don't. But I've got a book here on Spanish.
Oh, good. Would you please mind telling me what this taxi driver fellow is saying to me?
Cedo con quattro ojos.
Costa dos?
Si, si.
He said you're a four-eyed pig.
What? Tell him from me. He's a blood-sucking Spanish fly.
I can't find that. Would a brainless alley cat do?
Yes.
Right. Cosa te halbadira Ohwawa,
Culebra de Cascabel Gorda.
What are you playing at? Hey, I've had enough of this.
What did he say? What did he say?
No, but
Come on, out with it.
All right, he said you're a big fat rattlesnake.
What?
All right, I'll do it.
I will not be spoken to like that, do you understand? You're asking for a punch on the nose. Tell him.
You tell him yourself.
What, me?
So look here.
What do you think this is? Stop it! Pay the man.
Yeah.
A tip.
I say, I bet a tip. Oh, he's gone. A tip, eh?
What's this?
Heads. Oh, that's great. Oh, I like that. Oh, lovely. Right, here. Right, hold it. Lovely. Right, hold it. Hold. Oh, lovely.
Come on.
Hello there. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, lovely. Oh.
Mr. Cooper, I have inquired and I have vacated in your room.
You have?
But before retiring to slumber, why not delight in the Hotel Cabaret? We have nightly pleasures perpetrated for the English visitors.
Really?
Yes. Tonight we have the famous Carmelita Rosario Delgado.
Good. I like that. I like a good trio.
No, sir. She is a lady hypnotist.
Oh, lady hypnotist. Oh, very good.
Thank you. And now, Carmelita will conclude her performance with the aid of our good friend, Bill. Bill has kindly volunteered to allow himself to be put into an hypnotic trance. And for this, we must have complete and utter silence. Thank you.
Are you going to watch, sir? She is very good.
No, I don't think so. I'm too tired. I've got a very early night.
You are feeling drowsy, very drowsy. You are going into a deep trance. Your eyelids are heavy. Your eyes are closing. You are tired, very tired. You are now in a deep trance. When I snap my fingers, you will obey my every order without question. 1, 2, 3. You will continue to obey until I snap my fingers again. Now, you will do a little song and dance for the ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sorry, it doesn't seem to have worked.
Oh, never mind. Some people are more susceptible than others. Thank you.
I'm putting on my top hat. I'm putting on my white tie. I'm going today. I'm sitting on top of the world, rolling along, singing this song.
Wait up!
Where am I? What am I doing here? Hey, what am I doing in here?
Wait up! Clear this table.
Ladies and gentlemen, we continue our cabaret with the incredible Alfonso.
How's that? Thank you very much. And now, ladies and gentlemen, to continue my next trick, I need the assistance of a gentleman from the audience. How about you, sir? You step this way, please. You don't need that. You give him a big hand. They're very good audience. Thank you very much. Now, to commence.
What am I doing back in here again?
You're my assistant, sir.
Assistant?
Assistant, yes, please. Will you hold this, too? Thank you very much. Now, will you take the glass? The one bottle and fill up the glasses. Very good. That's good. That's fine. Thank you very much.
All the best.
Now, don't drink. Okay, well, now, keep it back. Keep back. Now, here we go. Now. Steady. Here we go. Up we go. Now, steady now.
Archiso.
Also good.
The stick! Thank you. Careful now. We'll go up a little bit more. Steady now. Just this.
My brother could do that.
Hey?
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we take some air. The glass. We take up into the glass. Put that on the head.
Okay.
I'm having enough!
I only tried to help.
I don't care! Get out! Go home!
Get out. Go home. 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 Holiday. Holiday. Oh, yes. Holiday. Now, this is a trick I bought on one of my holidays. Inside here is 3 cards. Ace of spades, queen of diamonds, and the 5 of hearts. And you go, poof, 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 like that. See, and now here is the ace of spades. Like that again. See? And here is the queen of diamonds. And the 5 of hearts has completely disappeared. Both sides of the mat. How's that? All right? Both sides. No, it's gone. Completely vanished. Hey? How's that then? What? Turn it over. All right, how's that? Oh, you mean right over? How's that?
into my heart. Congratulations and celebrations when I tell everyone that you're in love with me. Congratulations and jubilations. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be. I was afraid that maybe you thought you were above me, that I was only fooling myself to think you'd love me. But then tonight you said you couldn't live without me, that round about me you wanted to stay. Congratulations and celebrations when I tell everyone that you're in love with me. Congratulations and jubilations. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be. La 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 Congratulations and jubilations. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be. I want the world to know I'm happy as can be.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, good luck next week, Cliff. But before we go, at the end of a series, there are lots and lots of people to thank, and it's hard to know where to start. I'd like to thank, first of all, Natalie and Anne in makeup. I'd like to thank Angela in the wardrobe. I'd like to thank Dougie Squires, who does all this tremendous choreography. I'd like to thank Alan Roper, who writes most of our musical arrangements. I'd like to thank, in the production team, Chris, Terry, Lydia, Jenny. I'd like to thank Ron on camera one here. I'd like to thank Dickie and Frank, Len and Bish in the sound, and all the scene boys. Who else? Bruce, all the designers, Vic, David. Well, there's just millions of people to thank on the show. I'd like to thank specifically and especially our producer, Stuart Morris. But on top of that, you, the viewer. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you again very soon.
Well, as you probably heard Rolf say, at next Saturday there's the Eurovision Song Contest. From the Royal Albert Hall, London, Katie Boyle introduces the representatives of the 17 countries taking part. The Eurovision Song Contest next Saturday on BBC One at 10 o'clock.
BBC in the Midlands. On BBC Two.
You know, they have rows and rows of houses in Earl's Court. This is where I used to live when I first came to London. And they all sort of look the same. Everyone's got the same sort of doorway. Another little bit of perspective here to establish where I am, just for my own sake. Vertical of a window up there. That's it. And maybe a massive foliage here in one of those little sort of privet hedges. Let's get a little bit of lighter colour on the front of these. So, oh, no, wait a minute. If I put a bit through there like that, and another bit up there, another bit through there, and another bit up there, then I can establish this bit better.
BBC One. And we must apologise for the delay in starting our next programme. We've just been informed that our star comedian is having a little difficulty in getting to the studio.
You were fooled for a minute, though. No, honestly, you didn't really think that I'd expect some poor little old lady to run around with nearly 11 stone on her back.
News has reached us of a gigantic new publishing house takeover bid. A bid to take over no less a publication than the Radio Times. And the man behind it all is Mervyn Thud.
Hello.
Mervyn, you're a karate black belt, ex-European chess champion, Olympic gold medalist, successful dress designer, and now newspaper proprietor. How do you do all these things?
Superbly.
When did you first become interested in mass communications?
When I first had a letter printed in a magazine.
Why do you think they printed it?
I can't tell you why, because it was frank, and it was outspoken, it was controversial.
Now, what did you say?
I think your magazine is good value for 8p. And then I done that newspaper one, Be Your Own TV Cricket. I done that.
What was it about?
Well, there was these like two so-called comedians on there, and one says to the other one, who was that lady I seen you with last night? And the other one said, that was no lady, that was my wife. Well, I wrote up right away.
Well, this is a rather old joke.
Is it? I hadn't heard it before.
And then why did you write in?
I'll tell you why. Because of the disgusting implication that was implied. That was no lady, that was my wife. What a way for a man to talk about his wife. The woman who probably bored his children. And all he can say is, that was no lady, that was my wife. Well, I writ up right away. Give the letter to my wife to post, I did.
Did they print it?
No, she forgot to post it, the silly old crow. Oh, I did not thump her one.
Well, surely to take over a publication like the Radio Times will require enormous capital outlay.
Well, we managed to get our economy nicks down. And we hope to keep them down.
Have you been subsidized?
Yes.
Who by?
I don't remember.
What changes will you make?
I shall make numerous and innumerable changes. For once I shall speak out. I shall sweep aside the veil of secrecy. I shall face facts and I shall name names.
Who's your editor?
I'd rather not say.
Can you give us an example of some of the sort of things we can expect?
Yes, in the first edition, I shall do Vice Probe at the Television Centre by our show business correspondent.
Come now, there's no Vice at the Television Centre. Let's go a bit far.
I should be very careful if I was you, Mr. McGee, if that's your real name. Otherwise, I shall deny those rumors that are going around about how you got your job with the BBC.
But there are no rumors.
It can be arranged. I can just see it now in big letters. Is there any truth in the rumor that Henry McGee is carrying on with the producer's wife? And then in little tiny letters underneath, we say no.
But I don't know any producer's wife.
I know, but your wife wouldn't like to read that, would she, eh? You'd have no cocoa for a fortnight. Go right off a marmalade, she would.
The BBC has no shoddy secrets.
No? Then why is it that Billy Cotton never appears on the other channel? I'll tell you why. Because he's been kept prisoner. And only allowed out to do his show. Then he's locked away again in a little room next to the ticket allocation unit where no one ever goes. Yes, in the new Radio Times, I shall tell all just why Harry Seacombe dare not go back to his hometown of Glasgow. Why a certain member of the Burt Rhodes Orchestra changed his sax. Just how many of the black and white minstrels are illegal immigrants. And the truth about Malcolm Muggeridge and Lulu. But it won't always be exposing things. It will have its lighter side.
I believe you've actually made a commercial about it.
Yes, I have. So stand by, folks. It's all happening with the new Radio Times.
Yes, times and gals, it's coming your way soon. The new Radio Times. It's educational. Outspoken. Men's Fashion Forum with friendly jet setter. Harry Worth. In the new Radio Times. Glamour with the lovely Dandy Nichols. Provocative Kathleen Harrison. And sultry Flora Hearn. Off duty with Alan Wicker. Keep fit with Cliff Mitchellmore. Readers' complaints.
I should like to complain about the standard of acting on Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons. I have never seen such wooden performances in my whole life. It's even worse than Z-Cars, and you can forgive them because they are puppets. Also, I should like to complain about the violence on commercial television. I think it's disgusting when they have a big P and they won't let it into the packet. I think the program is called Cannonball. Also, some of the commercials are most misleading. One of them implies that if you use a certain kind of hair cream, you will become a black belt at karate and Jewish jitsu. Also, that you will be a junior executive and drive around in a fast Continental sports car and have a mad Mayfair model to accompany you. I have been using that hair cream for 12 years. I couldn't knock the skin off a rice pudding. I earn £8 a week as a Saga Maker's Bottom Knocker's labourer's assistant. I have a second-hand bicycle which is not yet paid for. And the only female who will accompany me on that is the old boiling piece from the slaughterhouse. And she'll only come with me since I've had the 3-speed removed. Yours sincerely disgusted, Council Flats, Bond Street, W1.
Radio Times.
It's fun.
I don't know whether you noticed, but when you see a 2-hour cinema film put on television for about an hour and a half, you know, naturally several scenes have to be cut. Now, if this is done by an expert, you hardly notice it. But if it's done by J. Arthur Scuttle, it looks like this.
Oh, Mr. Johnson, won't you join me?
Why, I'd love to.
Oh, honey, almost forgot. I got a little present for you.
Is it a surprise?
I think you'll like it.
Why, Harry, it's beautiful.
I don't like these experiments you keep doing, Harry. It's dangerous.
I don't make mistakes.
Never?
Not Harry Johnson.
Harry! Haven't you noticed anything different about me?
No?
I'm wearing those new earrings you bought me.
Well, bully for you, baby. Bye.
Bye. Don't forget Mary's coming over to dinner. Try and shoot us a duck.
Yeah, okay, I'll do what I can do.
Make sure you don't miss.
That's the most hideous thing I ever saw.
Why, thank you. I had it done at Pablo's.
Hello, Annie Claire.
Why, Timmy! My, how you've changed. Now, naughty, naughty. Don't get mad. Here, honey, I've got something for you. Can you catch?
Yeah, sure I can.
What do you got to say to that, eh?
Ooh, that hurt.
Oh, come on, Timmy. Don't be such a baby.
Harry,
Oh, yeah.
you've got a boy.
A boy.
And
And?
A duck.
A duck?
Well, you never did shoot that duck you promised me, Harry.
no, he shot a monster instead.
I sure did.
Oh, poor old Billy Bunn, he didn't have a skinful last night. I wouldn't have his head this morning for all the tea in China. Oh.
Here you go. Hi, boys. Guys and dolls. Time for fun with Billy Bunn. And the time is now 2 minutes past 7 a.m. It's request time, and here for Mrs. Eatwell of Sycamore Street. Eaton, she would like either the grapefruit, or the cream, or the marmalade. Well, we've got one on the turntable for you now. And I'll tell you which one it is. It's a pig. Oh, well, here you go. Crazy man, crazy. Hello there.
Hello?
On the telephone.
Billy? Hello.
Who are
Hello.
you?
Mrs.
Good
Fletcher
for you. What
from
are you doing?
Brighty. Mrs. Fletcher, Brighty, yes. I'm most excited to be on your
Yeah,
show.
crazy.
Oh, yes. I said to my husband,
Go.
yes, I said, I'm going to get on that show, I said. And I thought, and he
Well
said,
done.
Billy, because you won't get on there, because they're not real people. And I said, yes, of course they're real people. So I sent my letter, and here I am, aren't I?
Yeah.
Oh, dear, I think it's smashing, I really do. I'm just I thought you'd gone for a minute. And he said, yes, and he's got rabbits in the garden, you see. Billy? Billy? Billy!
Hello there.
You're gone.
Good for
Are you
you.
still there?
Well, here's the request you asked for.
Oh,
You
thank
go to
you.
my head, and there
No, I
you
didn't
are.
ask for that.
Oh.
You go to my head,
gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the delightful Tammy Jones.
Little baby, don't you cry. Summertime, summertime, summertime. Gonna rise, stop singing. Then you spread your wings and you take the sky. Till that morning, there's nothing can harm you. With Daddy and Mommy standing by. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich and your mom's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry. Summertime, summertime,
Bubu de Barbès, jambon trisse, cabinet en face. These are just some of the magnificent films from the French avant-garde film director Claude Letuit.
Bonsoir.
Mes hommages, cher maître.
Merci. You know, you speak very well the French.
Merci. Now for me, your most magnificent film was Cabinet en face. I think it was a masterstroke to make this beautiful girl who had this angst, this savoir-faire. She was so beautiful, so nearly perfect, yet you gave her a lisp. Meaning that she wasn't really nearly so...
No, you misunderstand. I don't give her a lisp. The actress who played the part, she have always lisp. She always told like that. She always have the lisp.
You searched all France for an actress with a lisp.
No, I don't find her. She was discovered by a producer who was living with her at the time. But I didn't want her in the film, but you know.
Wonderful. Now, to me, the best scene in the film was that scene in the restaurant when she looked up into his eyes and said, "Je prends les mots, les manières. I want a life in the grand manner."
No. She says, "Je prends les moules marinières. I want mussel soup." She ordered mussel soup.
She searched for her nourishment in the depths of the ocean. There's nothing more to be said. And then that scene at the end, where she's sitting alone in the great wastes of the Camargue, and the little dog runs up to her, lies on his back in front of her. And for me, this scene summed up the whole film. It's a dog's life. How did you get him to do it?
Well, I don't know whose is this dog. You know, for me, it spoiled the scene. You know, I have no more film to make. The dog run across, and then I put my camera down, and he run over with the leg, you know. And I cannot use the camera anymore because he's all rusty, you know. If I tell you, if I know who's is that dog, I'll kill him. I'll kill the dog as well, you know.
Formidable. We are now going to see Claude Letuit's first English film. It's a trilogy called Seesaws, Roundabouts, and Swings, or in French, Monsieur Letuit. This...
life of an actor has always been up and down, but none more so than that of Oliver Mandrake's.
For England, for glory. But you, my friends, will know he died for love.
Would you like a bunch of lavender, sir?
Just come, my dear.
Thank you, sir.
I'm sorry, I'm terribly sorry. I have a nice, light, white hat.
I have a nice light white hat.
Listen, I.
Oi.
Not oi. I have a nice, light, white hat. I have a nice, light, white hat.
I have a nice light white hat.
Attention, girl, you never listen to what I'm saying, do you?
You made I cry.
You made I cry. You made me cry.
You made me cry.
By George, she's got it. She's really got it. Well done, my child. Well done. For a shilling, won't you buy my pretty lavender? 15 pounds.
Oliver? Oliver Mandrake?
Mary!
In his home at Barncliffe Castle, Lord Brown Paper was getting tired of the daily round.
Has he gone yet?
Has who gone?
Has the vicar gone?
Yes, he's gone. And it wasn't the vicar, it was the doctor.
I thought he was a bit familiar for the vicar.
The doctor says you've got flu. And it would be better if we were to occupy separate rooms for the next few days.
Oh, pooh! You know I don't like sleeping on my own.
Well, that's what the doctor says.
I suppose the doctor knows best. Oh.
Will that be all, sir?
Yes, thank you, Smithers.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
Good night, Smithers.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Goodbye.
What did the doctor have to say?
He says we must keep to our separate rooms for another few days. Will you mind very much?
Oh, the doctor knows that.
I'm sure he does.
More and after the twins, and they were both madly in love with Edwina. Their the similarity ends, for George was bright and intelligent. Arthur just couldn't do anything right. George was athletic. Arthur was not. George was fit. Arthur was not. George was smart and sophisticated. Poor Arthur. George did everything just right. If anything, he was a little too perfect. And Arthur, clumsy though he was, did have a certain awkward charm.
Arthur, it's all right to have an olive in a martini, but not in your wine.
And like a swing, Edwina's affection went to and fro. Should she marry George? Or should she marry Arthur? She married George. Arthur was shattered. Life without Edwina was unthinkable. He decided to end it all. But he couldn't even do that right. And so Edwina married Arthur. And since that day, everything Arthur did was just right.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this point, the great Nemo, the fastest quick-change artist in the world, was to have presented an excerpt from Oliver Twist, but owing to an indisposition, he will not now be with us. But we have been fortunate in securing at very short notice the services of the one and only Arnold Lurch.
8 o'clock on Christmas Eve. I've an appointment. I've a rendezvous. A rendezvous I've anticipated with much relish. Fagin! Fagin! Where are you, Fagin? The old dodderer's got a mite deaf in his old age. Fagin! Fagin!
Forgive these old bones of mine, my dear.
Fagin, ask Lancy. Ask Lancy to come to the window. The beautiful Nancy. To think, at any second, she'll appear at that window. Oh, be still, me heart. To think, very soon, Nancy. Nancy, will you dine with me tonight?
Yes.
Mr. Bumble! Mr. Bumble! Mr. Bumble, I've news for Mr. Bumble! Mr. Bumble, me old friend! Come here, Mr. Bumble. I've news to share with you. Nancy! Nancy's dining with me, Mr. Bumble. Bill Sykes. Bill Sykes, try and stop her, Mr. Bumble. Oliver. Yes, that's it. Oliver, Mr. Bumble. Mr. Bumble. Oliver.
Are you sure this time?
Oliver. I'll get young Oliver to administer a draft. And while Bill Sykes sleeps, I'll be with Nancy. Oliver! Oliver! Where are you, boy? Come here, Oliver.
Hello, sir.
Out here, lad.
I can hear you very well from here, sir.
Now, here, lad. Don't be shy.
Hurry up.
Put this in Bill Sykes' gin.
Right away, sir.
I've done it. I've done it at last. I've put one over on the evil swine. Soon I'll have her out of his arms and into mine. Nancy!
Yes,
How shy she is.
My bloody leg, that was.
And how it makes my blood boil to think of her in the arms of that evil man, that wicked man, that loathsome man.
With you, speaking of me, sir.
Bill Sykes. Aha! You rogue! Aha! You villain! Aha! That fighting talk! Then fight! We shall! Right.
What's the next one?
You die! You die! I! Dead! Dead! Nancy! Nancy!
Not quite dead.